This is it. Guys, one of the most underrated family car in our country is in this place. I'm gonna show you right now. I'm so excited. Come, let me show you. This is the 2008 Mazda Biante. The Japanese got this name from the word ambiente in Italian, meaning environment. Wow. So this car came with two interiors, the creamish interior and the dark black interior. And it also came with a number of models, the 20 CS, which came with a basic no fog lamps and inside had no AC at the back. And then it also came with the 20 CS, and the model we have here is a 20S, which is the full package. It came with chrome around the grille and the fog lights. It came with fog lights, it came with rain sensing wipers, xenon headlamps. It came with a beautiful interior, reverse monitor, and all those cool things that you're gonna find in a fully spec'd car. So let's consider its looks. Some people will think it's like Dorian. Some people will love it. Some people will think it's really disgusting. It has this nice, long, transparent motif with the word Biante hidden under the glass. This design is inspired by the Lexus IS, which started this kind of design where you have transparent covers and the color of the light is only shown when you actually step on the brake or turn on the indicators or the reverse light or things like that. But I actually think this design is futuristic. I love the dent on the roof that promotes aerodynamics and makes the drive more silent. So let's talk engines. This has a 2-liter engine, which is the same engine you'll find in the Mazda Primacy, the Mazda Axela, and this car was first released in 2008. It came with a 2.3 liter and a 2-liter engines. So if you wanted a four-wheel drive, then you would take the 4-speed automatic gearbox. If you don't mind and wanted just 2-wheel drive, then you could have a 5-speed gearbox, which would save you more fuel. The satisfaction is definitely evident when you get inside the car. It's so roomy, it's so ambiente. It welcomes you with these cool illuminated dials, and once you get in, you get this feeling of this is a people. So this version has all electric, but I think every version of the Mazda Biante actually came with electric sliding doors. So you have controls here, you just press buttons and you'll get nice welcoming electric doors. You can also open the doors using the key fob which comes with the car. Both opening and closing buttons are on the key fob, and for both the left and right side rear doors. Let's talk about rear leg. Definitely it's abundant. And the cool thing about these rear seats is that you can actually move this to one side and able to carry 3 people in them. I love the fact that you have your own control for the AC, but that's because of this version of the Mazda Biante, which is the 20S. It came with extra features like rear cooling and fog lights and things like that, which we'll talk about later on. So the other thing, if you enjoy having car seats for your children, it has isofix points here that you can actually clip and anchor your car seat perfectly into this seat. The fact that you can carry 8 people in this car, you can actually slide these seats a little more to the front and see I still have enough leg. I can also adjust my seat and I'll still travel comfortably. And yet this current position of this seat is the farthest back possible and comfortable for me with my height. And let's move again to the back. And let's do this. Here in the back, I also have enough leg room. This is really a people move. It just feels so comfortable. It feels so warm. And guess what? I also have AC here. So if it's a hot day and these windows cannot open actually, just turn on the AC. It's a 2-liter engine. Probably would be okay. And you can also adjust the seat a little to the front if you've got some luggage to carry in the back. You can actually move this seat to the front. It's also dead easy to get out of this car. You just pull this lever and you're out. So let's talk luggage space. This car has an okay boot space and it's not very exciting for me, and I'll tell you why. If I have about 2 suitcases, this should be fine, okay? If I need to carry more stuff, now this is the cool part. I can actually pull this lever, lift this seat, the bench, and then pull this lever and push the seat all the way to the front, and voila, you have much more luggage space. But this is the annoying part, and this is what I don't like. You cannot fold these seats entirely to carry like a whole lot of luggage. If you ever need to carry any kind of, say you bought a fridge or a cupboard, fine, some of you will say, hey, I'll hire a car, I'll rent a car to carry the cupboard for me from the carpenter. Sometimes you don't have all that money after spending a lot of money just on buying a cupboard. Now, this is the problem. Let me show you. If you want to utilize all this space, you have only one option, right? This is the option. This is it.
However, all the disappointment might be forgotten once you get into the driver's seat of this car. It's got a short turning circle of 2.85 meters, just like the Mazda Axela, and it gives you the feeling of driving a small car rather than a people mover.
Like I said, driving this car is so fun, it's so engaging, and that's partly because of the McPherson suspension that this car has at the front, and the multi-link at the rear. It it's just so stable and gives you this commanding position. Like you can devour any corner at any speed. Don't try that at home though. Now this 2-liter engine that's married to a 5-speed automatic gearbox would be perfect for you whether you're doing town service or long journeys and you don't really have a lot of people, or you're always moving 8 people in the car. It would be super awesome. It would be fuel efficient, comfortable, and just powerful enough. Wow, see the turning circle I was talking about? No problems at all. It's like I'm driving a small car, and yet it's a long people mover. Now we're approaching a hump, a speed bump right here. Just see how that feels. I didn't move that much, did I? And yet this is actually a sharp speed bump. And if you're driving like a car that's not as comfortable as this one, this bump will hit you hard. This Mazda was upgraded in 2009 with Skyactiv technology, which simply is similar to the VVTi, but what it does is it controls how the engine takes in air, how fast you're driving, and it will determine the power of the engine will give you at a specific time. So if you have a heavy foot, yeah, the power is available and it will go. This car is fast, guys. It's fast. I can't explain to you how fast, because most of our roads in the city, you may not exactly have that opportunity to go fast, but get this car on the highway on a smooth, straight road, you won't believe how fast this car will take you. But remember, it's a people mover, so I guess the power is really to carry people.
It comes with a unique air condition technology called the Nano E that purifies the air and is very conducive for people who sneeze whenever the AC is on.
If you have a lot of off-village and off-road trips, you might want to consider the 4-wheel drive. It's just that it won't be as fuel efficient as this one, and partly because it has it has 4 gears, and this has 5. And on top of that, it's heavier than this one, so you may not have as much fuel economy, but it will definitely, you won't get stuck. I don't think so. So this car doesn't have so much cabin space, surprisingly, except a lot of space on the floor. I can't even put a bottle, for example, in here, in the door cabinet, or at least put something here so I can put my bottle.
Yes, most of its space is pretty much on the floor. However, I still think it's an awesome car for the bargain. It was first released in 2008 at between $21,000 and $26,000, depending on the model variant you chose. And right now you could pick one for about $3,500. And by the time you get it to Uganda, with all taxes paid, it should cost about 28 to 29 million Uganda shillings. It has an awesome sound system. You may not need to buy an extra subwoofer just to enjoy music. It's got awesome speakers. If you get a 2009 model, it comes with iStop technology, which shuts off the engine. If you are stationary at a junction, maybe waiting for traffic lights, the motor would resume once you took your foot off the brake. And in 2013, the Mazda Biante was released with a Grand version, which came with leather seats and nice interior as well. And definitely in 2018, while Mazda was concentrating more on SUVs, they decided to discontinue the Mazda Biante. So let's decide. If you have that desire to drive a 7-seater van and you're not so keen on Toyota, buy this. It's reliable and will give you a desirable fuel economy. There's just one thing though, be faithful with its maintenance. Some alternatives to this Mazda are the Nissan Serena, the Honda Step Wagon, the Toyota Noah. I'll be releasing a video on how to maintain this Mazda Biante. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe to the video, feel free to share and leave your comments below. If you feel like there's any information that is missing or any point that I might have missed out, feel free to post in the comments below so I could be able to edit my information that I share with everybody else. Thank you.